Okay, let me put in my earpiece so I can. Okay. I'm not an it. I'm not a freak. I'm not a he, she. I was speaking to someone last night on one of those dating app thing, one of those dating line things. But before I get to that, let me say this. When I go on those dating lines or one of those chat line things, I don't say that I'm transgendered for the simple reason the minute I say that, I get removed and I cannot get back in. And then it will say, you have been removed for the simple reason of you're on the wrong side, you know, which is very discriminative. If I'm a transgendered woman and I'm on the female side, how is that, you know, pretending to be, woman? Like I find it very. It's not like like if I was a guy going on the girl's side because I want to talk to another guy. But if the person says they're a transgendered woman, why would you want to remove them? But anyways, so last night I was speaking to this guy. Didn't say that I was transgendered, and we connected live. And he's telling me, where he's from, somewhere in the United States. I can't remember where. I think he said Chicago, if I remember it correctly. So we're talking, and, he says, I like women, but something happened the other day. And I said, what happened the other day? He said, the other day, I met this he. And I was like, well, did he just say he? So I just calmed down for a second and let him finish what he was saying. So he said, the other day I met this he. She was in my car. She was pretty. I was talking to her, but there was something about her that I was like, I don't know. And then, he touched her down there, and she happens to have male part. But he still continued, you know, doing what they were doing. And I said, you don't refer to a transsexual as a he, she, and he was being ignorant because, I'm trying to explain to him, don't refer to a transsexual person as he, she. And before I could tell him that I was transsexual, he hung up the phone because I'm trying to educate his mind. Do not refer to a transsexual woman as a he, she. She came to you as a woman. She represented herself as a woman. Treat her like a woman. Give her respect, just like you'd want someone to respect you. I don't understand why is it so difficult for people to understand. Do not call transsexuals, transgendered people, he, she's. And another thing that bothers me, even sometimes when you say, I'm transgendered and I live as a woman, you know, they're still referring to you as he. That has happened to me, where even when I say that I'm transgendered and I live as a woman, I am a woman, been this way since I was 14, 15 years old, people are still, even though they're looking at you, still referring to you as he, which is very disrespectful. Do not look at a transsexual woman and say he or he, she. Do not call a transsexual person, a transgendered woman, a he, she. That is disrespectful. And I don't understand. Even if you don't know the proper names and terms, she came to you as a woman, you saw a woman. So even if you don't know the proper, you say, excuse me, I'm sorry, I don't know the proper name or terms or whatever, I saw a woman, she came to me as a woman, I don't know what the proper names or terms is. And when someone is trying to educate your mind, when someone is trying to educate your mind, Don't be ignorant about it. You say, oh, I'm sorry, I didn't know, I apologize. Now, there are some ignorant people who are willing to learn and some people who are not willing to learn, like this person. And if you're willing to learn, I have the time for you. If you're not willing to learn, I don't have the time for you. And before I could even explain to him that I was a transsexual person, transgendered person, so you know what, when you disrespect her, you're disrespecting me. Before I even get to that, he hung up the phone. You don't call a sister a he, she, or anybody for that matter, a he, she, or an it, because I've heard that too, it, or a freak. Have respect. Just like you'd want someone to respect you. When you go out and people see, oh, that's a man. You came as a man. You're a man. So when you see a transgender person, if that person came to you, if it's a transgendered man and he came to you as a man, treat him like a man. You don't say she. If a transsexual woman came to you, respect her. You call her her. She. Call her by her name. Call him by his name because he came to you as a man. It doesn't matter if he was born a man or not. He represented himself as a man. He came to you as a man, so respect him as a man. Just like she came to you as a woman, respect her as a woman. Disrespectful. You know? And the ignorance of people, it's just, it's 2019. We are living in 2019, and people are still so ignorant. Still so ignorant. When I was a kid and people called me that, you know, didn't like it. And I thought, okay, we've gotten better, not, we've gotten far, but still not far enough, but at least people would still have some, I can't believe that people are still calling transgender people he, she's. Disrespect. You know, this is 2019, and people are still acting like, from back in the day. With all the information. And even if you didn't know the names and stuff and all the whatever, I'm sorry, I didn't know the names, whatever. Or say, she came to me as a woman and that's what I saw. I don't know what the proper names is. But don't ever, ever. And I hope, through all his ignorance, I hope that stick in his mind that the next time he meets a person who is transgendered, he'll have a little bit more respect, but probably not because of how ignorant he was, of not wanting to learn. When someone's trying to educate you, say, thank you. I didn't know. I wasn't being rude. I just didn't know. Disrespect. We're people, We're not freaks and its and he, she's. Have respect. Have respect. Have some respect. Don't ever, refer to us as that. That is disrespectful. The same way you'd want someone to respect you when you approach them. You wouldn't want someone to be calling you whatever, You wouldn't want somebody to call you an it, a freak. The same way you want to be respected as a man, respect us. We're people. We breathe the same air. We have feelings. Disrespectful, just, my dream is that the world, one day, we've gotten far We've gotten far, but not far enough. There's still needs. People still need to be educated. People still need to be educated. There are people that still need to be educated. Lots of people out there still need to be educated. And even though we've gone far compared to 20, 30 years ago, it's still not far enough, and there's still ignorant, I was about to say something else. Ignorant people out there. You know, that need to be educated. And it's this whole disrespect is just, it needs to end, man. It needs to end. Disrespectfulness needs to end. That's all I have to say for right now. But seriously, I was just like, I was just about to, I was trying to educate him. Didn't get far in trying to educate him, and before I could even say, I'm transgender too, by the way, he hung up the phone. Because I was going to say, you know what? Transgendered. And I'm too a transgendered person, by the way. Didn't get a chance to, because his ignorant ass hang up. You know, people sometimes just make me, just make me so sad to see how people are, just so sad. We want the same rights, the same respect like everybody else. Anyways, thank you so much for listening. For the newcomers, please don't forget to subscribe to my channel, thumbs up to my videos. You can please share my videos with other people as well. Thank you so much for watching. I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.